Hi, welcome to Trading with TK, teaching you to turn ideas into money. We're at www.tradingwithtk.com, TGIF. It's Friday, September 26th. We walked in this morning, and I don't think I can remember this bad of news on two fronts, waiting for the markets to open. The first news was that their deal that Congress told us that they absolutely had, and they had handshakes on it, now they come out and tell us no deal. So we had a deal with the no deal. Shocking news. How can supposedly very well educated senators and congressmen not know when they don't have a deal, and then come out and tell the media that they do have a deal? So that was the shocking news. The news wasn't that they didn't have the deal. The news was they thought they did when they didn't. All right, so the market had to deal with that. That was bad news just to begin with. Then the second piece of news, the largest bank ever to go under, Washington Mutual, went under today. Largest bank in the history of the United States. So it's not surprising to know that the market was going down. What was surprising is that the Dow only went down at its worst about 150 points. That was amazing. You would have thought if the market had any reason to crash, if the market had a reason to go down big today, today was the day. It had every reason in the world. Now, the fact that it closed up on the day is like icing on the cake. The shocking thing to most people is that it didn't close down 500. Well, the other shocking thing is that my scenario that I pointed out last night, it played out like to a T. Under those conditions, it's mind-boggling how sometimes this technical analysis really works. If you had asked me this morning, knowing the news that I knew, if my scenario was in jeopardy, I definitely would have said yes. But lo and behold, it worked out. So we'll go through all the charts, and I have to say there's some more evidence for us to hang our hat on. Little by little, the market, to me, technically is starting to build some ground. Now, not all the indexes are on board yet. We've got two still missing. We've got the transportation average, and we've got the Russell 2000. They're not on board. But the Dow put in a good technical day. The S&P put in a good technical day, and the QQQQs put in a good technical day. So, the market closing up at the end of the day, I guess the market gave Congress a more of a vote of confidence than I normally would have, because I guess they feel that there'll be a deal by Monday. I can't figure out any other way of reasoning out why the market closed up, except there were more buyers than sellers, and there's a good chance that the low is in. Not waving any flags yet, but each day seems to give us just a little bit more hope. Anyway, let's take a look at the major indexes. I'm still not recommending anything. There's still a lot of sporadic craziness going on in the market. Maybe by next week things will calm down and I'll be able to give you some new ideas. So, but let's take a look at the major indexes and see it was another plus day for the Dow, technically. Now, after you look at these charts, if you don't think technical analysis works, well, I don't know what has to happen to prove you that it does work. Okay, so let's take a look at the charts, and don't go away. I'll be right back. Okay, this is our Dow Jones daily average, and Let's see how that. Okay. Now, this is a good technical day because now the picture is starting to change. We have a low, we have a higher low, and we have another higher low. We have a high here this day, we have a higher high the next day, and today we had even a higher high than this. So this is starting to develop into a picture. I can't say it's so concrete that they're definitely going up, but it's definitely a bullish looking start to something. Now let's go take a look at the hourly chart because that's where I explained my theory last night. So let's revisit that. This is going to be an hourly chart of the Dow. Okay. And what I had said in last night's video, the market had closed right up in here, is that this pattern I thought would hold up as a good support area. I envisioned the market coming down into this pattern, holding, and then I thought if we could come back up and get out of this and better that high, then we might have something going. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. I actually thought that the Dow probably should have even come down lower to the bottom end of this pattern, but you can see it just came into it, regrouped, and closed on a higher high. So now, this is very encouraging. Now we've got support right in here. So even if we pull back in the morning, I don't think this is going to get violated. As long as now we're getting this breakout, pullback, breakout kind of scenario. This is our main area that we're trying to get through. Let's go back to the daily. And I don't think the first time up there we're going to get through. We're going to have to back and fill. But this pattern is definitely starting to build a bullish look to this. Joe Granville may turn out to be right again. And like I said, it's that old low. Take it across. It's turning out to be a pretty good support area. So this is taking on a much better look to it than we've had. The transportation average, I can't say anything for the transportation average. Normally these are the leaders, but for some reason or other, this is lagging behind. Okay, we had a reversal day today, but there's nothing bullish about this formation yet. It may come on board at a later date, but as of right now, it's one of the missing links. Russell 2000, also a missing link. There's nothing bullish about this yet. Pull back, put in a reversal day today, but there's no bullish formation yet. It may take 2 or 3 more days for this to come online. It's important that they all start to look bullish somewhere around about the same time. We can't have some of these going down and some of them going up. You know, they all have to be singing the same song. SPY, similar look to the Dow. Let's do an hourly. This was the low I thought it would hold. Oops. And you can see it came down into it. I was amazed at how bad the news was this morning that this market didn't absolutely just completely come undone. Amazing how these support areas held. Okay, now we've got this as a support area. So even if it pulls back down, I don't think it's going to come all the way back down into this. I don't think this is going to get violated at all. This support area down here. So that's the SPY, represents the Standard & Poor's 500. Didn't put in a higher high, but we've got these higher lows anyway. QQQs. Now this looks like it violated the low, but when we take a closer look at it on an hourly chart, okay, this is where it closed last night. I thought they could come down into this pattern, hold, and then start up again, and that's exactly what it did. Now I know it looks like it violated it, but that's the low of the pattern, and you can see even though it dipped below it, it never on an hourly basis ever closed below, on an hourly basis, below that support line. And we got a nice little pop out of there. So it's starting to play out like I thought there was a good chance it could. Monday will be interesting. Boy, I hope they get this package together, and we can get that behind us, and we can start focusing on things that we used to focus on, and like earnings and things like that. Normal stuff that the market normally focuses on. So anyway, that's my view of the market. Until Monday, this is TK signing off.